Bondibang.
With the security temperature gradually cooling down, the close to low turnout at the Youth Day celebration in Bamenda, February 11, is contrasting the improving social climate. Schools and youth groups still recorded low number of participants, even as some associations kept recycling the same participants to swell their ranks for a better public show at March past. With the attainment of the made-up public show by politicians and other group heads, it is an elected governor who had no option than concluding that the turnout was impressive.
Yes, I'm fully satisfied. Radio category of youth in Northern region came out massively, including the public.
With some schools recording as low as 7 students, it is speculated that social media threats from separatists and Monday's bomb detonation at the Ngang Junction by security forces could have increased the fear factor as the streets remained bare as usual.
I've done a lot to fight against youth unemployment, and there is no need to come back to what has been so far done. I would like just to insist on the new opportunities that has been opened for them. And I mentioned some of them yesterday. In the digital world, they should use the digital world positively to build up long-lasting peace, fighting against hate speech.
However, outstanding pupils, students, and youths were recognized with awards in the fields of academics and entrepreneurship shortly after a replay of the head of state's message to the youth.
And from Bamenda to Yaoundé, we gather that over 11,000 young people converged at the May 20 Boulevard to take part in the traditional march past. All that under the watchful eyes of Youth Affairs and Civic Education Minister Mununa Fotso. Here's Hyacinth Chia reporting.
An overwhelming atmosphere at the May 20th Boulevard in Yaoundé as some 11,557 young people turned out to participate in the February 11th traditional march past. The parade here is kick-started by the primary schools, followed by the secondary schools selected from the 7 subdivisions of the Mfundi division. An exciting moment for the pupils, students and teachers to partake in the civic rendezvous.
I'm so happy because this is an opportunity in which many has not gotten it before. So I'm glad I'm here with my students, and I'm sure they're also happy to be here witnessing new things on this special day too. I tell them how to take that, to be responsible, that's to be hardworking. They know they are responsible for their acts, and they know what is good and what is right.
Also marching past the tribune are a host of higher institutions, teacher training colleges, youth associations, as well as a number of church groups with gospel songs. Presided at by the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Mununa Fotso, in the presence of other government ministers and members of the diplomatic corps. Young parliamentarians and senators also leave the march past here as they prepare to get back to their respective communities to impact the youths.
I'll go back and keep on pushing them so that they can be closer to the stakeholders of our community. And we are going back as messengers of peace and to bring back peace in our region and Cameroon as a whole.
I have been equipped with the right motivation and the zeal to go back to my community to do a lot of mobilization and training of youths in terms of them believing in the values that and the institutions that govern our nation, Cameroon.
The 59th edition is graced by beautiful cultural display from the 4 cultural zones of the country.
And in Douala, the event was marked by vibrant marches and displays of patriotism as this year's theme hinged on maturity and responsibility inspired strong messages of unity and national pride. Gladys Ambondibang.
The atmosphere at the Beseke ceremonial ground in Douala was electric as young people from diverse backgrounds participated in the Grand March Past, marking the 59th National Youth Day. Peoples, students, youth movements and professional training centers proudly displayed banners advocating for peace, social cohesion, and the fight against tribalism. Some sang in their mother tongues, underscoring the importance of cultural identity and national unity.
The message I learned from this song is that we should stop tribalism and we should love our country. We should also love our friends.
The children are transmitting the message of national language, which is the Douala. Here in Littoral, we speak Douala and the Bassa.
You are able to speak more than one languages. How can you insert yourself in Norway, Southwest, anywhere in Cameroon? Talking about more than it means that you can be anywhere you have and speak and live as you want.
The celebration was both colorful and symbolic, with several young individuals recognized for their volunteerism, patriotism, civic engagements, as well as outstanding achievements in the academic, vocational training, and extracurricular activities.
We have a group of 20 young people from primary school. They are doing a training session in citizenship, volunteerism, and patriotism. That was the first group, and they are coming from basic education. In the secondary education, we have students who have been distinguished in sciences, in technological activities, or who have been distinguished in the official exams. And the third group was adults who are promoting sport among youth, culture among youth.
With their energy and commitment on full display, the young people at the Beseke ceremonial ground proved that they are ready to take on the challenges of nation building.
And in keeping with established tradition, President Paul Biya took to the rostrum on February the 10th at 8 p.m. to address young people across the country. Ever since, and as expected, the address has been provoking mixed reactions and emotions from within the ranks of young people countrywide. Some say they want to see tangible improvements and greater opportunities. Cynthia Latte has been talking to some of them and now reports.
Based on past experiences, Cameroonian youth are hesitant to easily believe political promises. Those who followed the head of state traditional address yesterday, 10th February, identified a recurring gap between promises and reality, yet they hope to see this compensated by concrete actions on the ground. There is nothing convincing in what the head of state said. We don't find ourselves in what he said. We are no longer interested in speeches. We have had enough. We need concrete actions. We want change. While acknowledging some effort made by public authorities on their behalf thus far, young Cameroonians urge for better engagement.
To the people who have a chance to accompany the head of state to do their work, because in what the head of state said and what the government done, they have more expensive milieu. Then they need to do their job so that the youth can feel good. And I know that the Cameroonian youth have more creative. If they do their work, youth can follow the line.
The message, however, resonated well with other youths who aspire to be more creative, as advised by President Paul Biya. The head of state said it right. Not everyone can be employed. That's the reality. He reminded us that success is achieved through perseverance, effort, and especially self-confidence. The head of state this year announced numerous initiatives aimed at improving the employment situation for the youths in the country.
And now on to something else. Renowned lawyer and peace crusader Barrister Nico Halley has received an Honours Causa Award from the British American Open University of California. Now the award conferers say it is in recognition of his unending crusade for peace and advocacy in the African continent. Here's Nti Morin.
Distinguished legendary icon in the person of Nico Halley to be nominated, to be celebrated today by world-class prestigious institutions.
In a grand ceremony in Douala, renowned lawyer and peace crusader Tumfo Barrister Nico Halley was conferred with the highest honors by the British American Open University of California in recognition of his outstanding contributions to societal peace advocacy.
This one is called Honoris Causa, which has to do with the honorary doctorate degree given to a scholar considering the person's quintessential achievement in his or own area of specialty. So for today, Nico Halley has been nominated based on our fact-finding about his achievement. He's the only one in Cameroon here that has been awarded this honoris causa today.
Professor Eudenson praised Tumfo Barrister Nico Halley for consistency, demonstrating his values throughout his 36-year career. These new awards automatically add to his title, and it will now be referred to as Sir Dr. Tumfo Barrister Nico Halley. Upon receiving the award, Barrister Nico Halley pledged to continue his fight for peace and uphold the core moral values of justice.
From man, they are not even from Nico Halley, because God uses me as an instrument in his vineyard, and they humble me.
This ceremony was attended by dignitaries, including the Fond of Awing, men of God, and others.
This is the second. I had one in 2007, 2008, after my trip to Zimbabwe.
This prestigious award marks a significant milestone in Sir Dr. Tumfo Barrister Nico Halley's illustrious peace advocacy career, recognizing his tireless efforts to promote peace and development in Africa.
And now beyond Cameroon, let's quickly head down to South Africa, where a new law allowing the government to seize property without compensation has sparked a row with U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump last week froze American aid to South Africa, claiming the government is seizing land from white farmers. Pretoria has dismissed the claims as misinformation. Meantime, Trump has gone ahead to sign an executive order proposing resettlement for white Afrikaner farmers. He says they claim and ridiculous. And it's on that note that we call it quits for this installment. Kindly stay safe. Run from trouble on the double. Once again, happy